Do you need to hire an expert in CSS? It's a style sheet language that's super important for web design. It lets front-end developers define the style of the website or web app to make it visually appealing for your users. In other words, it makes things look good. The problem is it can be hard to find developers with deep knowledge or practical skills in CSS. Thankfully, with TestGorilla's CSS test, you can find out which candidates have the skills in this language to make your websites and web apps look amazing. It's really simple to find this test in our test library and add it to your assessments. But first, we're going to take a quick look at the test along with some sample questions. This test evaluates a candidate's ability to understand both basic and advanced CSS properties. It also measures their skills in using CSS preprocessors to write reusable and extendable code that's easy to maintain. These skills can really boost the efficiency on the coding work for each project, saving you time and money. Candidates who score well on this test will be able to use the tools, techniques, and principles of CSS to create visually appealing web properties for your business. They'll also be able to fix any bugs that pop up on the front end during development. This is the perfect test to use when hiring for CSS developers specifically, or just front-end developers in general. Now, let's take a quick look at some sample questions for this test. The first sample question asks candidates how they could add borders like the one shown in the image to a div element. They then have to select the answer with the correct bit of code. Do you happen to know anything about CSS? If not, this one might seem pretty tricky. But take a moment and try this question anyway, just for fun. All right, time's up. Here's the correct answer for this one. The next sample question asks about a CSS attribute that's missing from a line of code. There's no multiple choice for this one. Candidates have to enter the answer themselves, which means they really have to know their stuff. The third sample question is pretty technical. It shows a table and asks candidates how they can get certain value using a preprocessor called SAS. They have to select all answers that apply here. And the last sample question asks about what code candidates should use to align two div elements as shown in the picture. This one gives you a good glimpse at how these lines of code can translate to great looking layouts for a website. And that's a quick look at our CSS test. Really technical and comprehensive stuff. If you're building a website or web app, be sure to check out this test in our library for more details.